I used to have to weed eat that dam. I used to work at this park. I got lit up several times by wasps weed eating that thing. Anyway. Ooh, little snake. Alright, this attempt to make a video is going fantastic. I was going to make a video sitting on that dock. It's covered in goose shit and fish bait. So now I'm just taking a little trail. I've got about 20 minutes of spare time. Should have worn my glasses. So I just saw a little copperhead. I've got a wide angle lens, so I didn't want to get any closer to it. Yeah, I've got about 20 spare minutes, and this morning I listed a bunch of cameras, and I think I'm going to sell everything except for the T3i, of course, and my 80D, and I've got an M50 now, and then I've got a GH4 body, no lenses. I just have wheeled and dealed myself into a GH4 body. And how I'm using the T3i is just with a 10-18 lens today, and then the Takstar mic, and just handheld. But yeah, I was messing with my cameras this morning, messing with YouTube, or messing with eBay. I was like, man, I hadn't made a video just with the T3i and the 10-18 in a long time. Now on my other channel I hadn't made a video in close to a month now, and that's mostly because I can't keep my videos monetized on that channel, and it's mostly air guns, which you would think wouldn't piss off the YouTube overlords, but yeah, I can't keep my stuff monetized. So I was just like, I'm gonna take a break, focus on making some stuff for this channel. I don't really know if T3i guy is going to be the channel name, but I might keep it like that. But we're getting kind of close to 500 on this channel. I've been doing it for about 8 months, kind of just messing around, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm getting to know the people who watch the camera videos a little bit better. I'm getting a lot of views on the settings videos, which are really easy to make. Maybe not the best for long-term, you know, to be able to make content long-term, because that means I'm gonna have to keep buying cameras, and that's kind of not my goal, even though I have like 6 camera bodies now. Around the first of the month, eBay normally picks up and I sell a lot of stuff. So I sold the SL2, which I hated to do, but I got messing with that Canon 80D, and it's just not even. 80D is so much better and easier to use than the SL2. I love the SL2, but man, the 80D is just a far superior camera. Sold a couple lenses this morning, and I've got an M50 that I picked up that had 3 lenses, and one of them was a 16mm. There's my battery. That didn't take long. Well, we're at a good stopping place to change batteries and work on our exposure a little bit. It's changed a little bit since we'll come out of the shade. I'll be right back. Yeah, I've got an M50. Came with a 16mm lens, a 35mm macro lens, and then the EFM kit lens. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that or not. I used an M50 for a long time. Not my favorite camera. The mic port's in a weird place and they always come loose. I'm gonna do a little bit of video for this channel with the M50, and I got a speed booster, so I don't know if I'm gonna keep it yet or not. Another thing I've been thinking about is trying to make money with cameras again. I used to do a little bit of real estate stuff, and now with the way real estate is, people can just take photos with their phone. It seems like houses sell really quick. People don't really want videos of houses for sale. They don't really want photos of houses for sale. So I thought about putting a little bit of effort into that. See what this is. Hopefully we won't see another snake. Yeah, I used to do real estate with T3i, M50, and a Zen Crane V2 gimbal, and then a Sigma 10 to 20. And then on the M50 side, I would put the 16mm Sigma lens on it. Had one of those. This is new. Yeah, I worked at this park for like 2 years. It was one of my more favorite jobs, and ended up losing my temper on the guy that runs it here in the county, and I don't think I'll ever get another county job. He was a piece of shit though, still is, but I still like to come to the park. Yeah, I'd like to start making more videos like this. I'd like to start making more, you know, I definitely need to get my subjects that I'm going to be talking about, or I need to plan that a little bit better. But I think, you know, just grabbing the camera and pressing record, just got a booger. Hopefully that didn't show up. What is it about in the car that makes all the boogers happen? But anyway, I'd like to start doing more videos where I'm just, you know, maybe covering a subject or talking about something and just toting the camera with me, especially the T3i, because it's fun. It's you're not going to get awesome results, and you know, there's not a lot of pressure from the T3i. You know, especially running it, I'm running it down at like f16 with no ND filter, and then ISO auto. On my other channel, I used to try to do videos like this a lot. They did okay, and I always had fun doing them. But you know, I've spent so much time learning how to use the camera and fighting the camera that, you know, I didn't spend that same amount of time kind of sharpening my ability to talk to the camera and do other things, if that makes sense. I have a lot of, or I enjoy watching channels that do that. I have a lot of respect for those guys that can just kind of turn the camera on, not really, you know, you can tell that they're maybe trying a little bit for good shots and stuff like that. I didn't completely stop, oopsie. But I have a lot of, I enjoy those channels a lot where they're just kind of turning the camera on. It's just a real person talking. And yeah, going to be going back to the T3i 80D, probably keeping the GH4. I had a GH3 that I used for a few months on my work channel, and I really liked that camera. But the one that I had, when you put it in single point autofocus, it would still try to do continuous. So you'd find focus with a remote and then move a little bit, and then you would lose focus without pushing the shutter remote. So I ended up getting rid of it. But you had a lot of options for shooting with the GH3. The GH4, you have, you know, a lot more exposure tools, and it's still, you can keep the files kind of small, 1080. You know, I can adapt my Sigma lens to it if I save up enough money to get like a Metabone speed booster, which they're way too expensive for what they are, so might be going Viltrox. But that's just what I'm thinking about today, is cameras. Man, doing this makes your arm tired. May need to rethink the camera rig that I'm using. But I watch a lot of channels like this, like a camera conspiracies, and the dude's just talking and walking. And I'm like, man, I could do that if I could figure out how to make it entertaining. That's gonna be it. I'll see you guys later.